Hello everyone, my name is Prudence and I'm honored to share my story, which is a journey of faith, perseverance, and divine timing. Have you ever experienced something that really tested your faith, your resolve, and had you wondering, is God really there? Is He listening to me? So that is what I went through as I went through my visa journey and just the journey from Kenya to the United States. Um, we are a channel that focuses on inspiration. We want to inspire everyone to just reach out for their dreams, go for what you want, and basically just have God at the center. 2023, I was working as a teacher, a BOM teacher in Kenya. At this point, I was a class teacher and I really loved my babies, but I felt like I needed something better. Like teaching was not all I was created for. Like it's not something I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So my mom comes with this idea that there is a program that could actually help you study STEM in the United States. I was interested. This decision presented not just a way to go to the United States, but a way for me to fulfill a mission that I didn't know, or to fulfill a purpose that God had for my life that I had no idea of. So after that, my mom helped pay for the fees that I needed to join the program, which was like $1,600 or even more. She ended up spending like $2,000, which was a lot. I wasn't making much money as a BOM teacher. So with her stepping in, I joined the program. We started applying for a visa. For you to do anything, for them to even begin to apply for schools, you need to have your passport. So went in, got my passport. My mom also paid for the fees that I needed for me to get this passport. So got my passport and that kickstarted my journey. We started applying to several schools. I was looking for STEM courses, but my undergrad is in English literature, which makes it quite hard to get STEM courses. And that just shows that sometimes, just take a step of faith. You never really know, because English literature and STEM, two completely different things. After getting the passport, I applied to several, got admitted to Quinnipiac University, and now it was time to look for funding. So here's what you don't know. US is very expensive. Their universities cost a lot of money. And you either need to have a lot of money saved up or get funding in some way. So Quinnipiac works with Empower Funding, and for you to get an Empower loan, you need a clean credit history. They're not going to give loans to people who default every other time. They're also not going to give you a loan if you're servicing a very big loan in your home county. They need you to be servicing at least a loan of less than $2,000 and to have a clear credit history. And this is where God comes into the picture, because I didn't have a clean credit history. As a BOM teacher, there were times I had to take a salary advance and the salary would delay in coming. So at some point it delayed for 3 months and I had red for 3 months on my credit because I didn't pay it for 3 months. So you're not going to be given this loan, but God comes through and I get the Empower loan. So Empower approved my loan, and at this moment I was like, I'm going to the United States. If God has done this, then I'm definitely going. So anyway, called off in August 2025. I was supposed to join, called off, and decided to opt for spring 2025. So on December 23rd, I got to the embassy very confident. I live in Eldoret. We had to travel to Nairobi. I went with my cousin, slept at his place, went to the embassy the next day, very confident in my black high heels, white dress, very minimal makeup, some curly braids, French curls. I think I looked cute, and I was like, I'm going to S this no matter what. I arrived there. Several security checks later, I was let into the building. People were very few because I think things were wrapping up. It was towards Christmas, and I ended up being interviewed earlier than what was expected. Because here's the thing, as long as you get to the embassy, they can interview you earlier or later, but you don't know the time because you have to switch off your phone the moment you get into the building and hand it over to the security personnel. You are not allowed to go inside with your phone. So, but I was interviewed earlier, went in, and then the nerves set in. It's cold, like it was either very cold and chilly, or I was just nervous, because when I got into that room, everything I had planned for evaporated. So she ended up asking me like 3 or 4 questions and handed me the yellow paper telling me my visa had been denied under this and this section. So in Kenya, they give you 3 papers: pink, blue, and yellow. Yellow is not a complete denial, so you can still work around it. So I was told to pay service fee and book a follow-up appointment. Other people that hadn't paid service fee just paid service fee and sent their documents to the embassy and got their visa. In my case, they were telling me to book a follow-up appointment. So I had to resend them my documents via DHL, of course. So went to the website, generated a voucher, sent them my documents, and they told me to rebook the appointment. I wasn't getting any dates for January. School was starting on January 16th. The earliest date I was getting was February 19th. So I completely gave up. But one of the people that really kept on encouraging me was my mom, my cousin, my family generally, my sisters, brother, dad. They were like, if this is a plan from God, it's gonna happen. So went back to school. I was so depressed. When I tell you, I walked into the gates of that school and I felt like crying, because in my heart I felt like God did not listen to me. At this point, I was now the longest serving BOM teacher in that school. Everybody that I had found in that school had gotten jobs. Even the person I was teaching English literature with before had gotten a TSC job, that is a government job, in 2023. I had been going for the same interviews, getting denial after denial, and getting this denial just felt like God doesn't listen. So I stayed there, but while on the first day of school, I went back to the embassy and a date popped up, 16th January. So I rescheduled from February to 16th January. The embassy had resent my documents and it included my passport, so I needed to go for my documents. And I live in Eldoret, teach in a different town again from Eldoret, and go for the documents are in a different town, Kisumu, because that's just how it works. So went for my I had to ask my principal for permission to go for the documents. But here's the twist: again, while sitting in the staff room after 2 days, I got a different date, 13th January, which was now on a Monday. School was starting on 16th January. So when I got 13th January, I grabbed it. I wrote to the school, told them I will be arriving late, but I'm definitely coming. And this is where I was like, if God has given me a date, I am going no matter what. I did not tell anyone in the school because people like spreading rumors, and I was like, in case I don't get, they're gonna start making fun of me. So I was like, nope. Went for the interview for the second time, and this time I wore a black jumpsuit and a brown trench coat and my heels. And when I tell you, God gave me a confidence I don't have, or I didn't think I possessed, He did. Because I traveled the whole night. I didn't even go sleep at my cousin's house like before. Traveled the whole night, arrived in Nairobi very early in the morning. My interview was at 10. Had to sleep somewhere, just on a bench basically, until it was daylight, because I arrived at 4 a.m. in the morning. My cousin came for me and we went to the embassy. And when I walked in, there were so many people. It was unlike December. And this time I was interviewed later than I should have been interviewed. And the woman that was interviewing me, she had just handed out a pink paper to the girl in front of me, and pink means denial. So I was tensing. I did not want to be interviewed by her, but I was like, it's me and God and my determination, and whatever happens happens. And basically just went there, and she grilled me. In December, those questions were nothing. It was just like child's play. This time I was grilled and grilled, and after answering all these questions confidently with so much smiling, and I was jovial, and this interviewer just gave me the time to answer. In December, one of the mistakes I made was that there was a lot of uncomfortable silence between me and the consulate. But this time I made sure like there was no uncomfortable silence. I was speaking, I was confident, I was using gestures and just being myself. And anytime I'd start to get nervous, I just remember taking a deep breath. You got this. And that's how I got my visa. And I left that place so excited when she handed me the blue and remained with my passport. So when you get the visa, she remains with your passport and your I-20. I was so excited. I left there, I hugged my cousin, we went for lunch, and we prayed. I remember in that hotel where in the restaurant where we went to have a meal, we just held hands and prayed, and we were like, you know, this is the beginning of something amazing. And yeah, did we have the airfare to come to the US? Here I was excited, but there was a lot of things that happened in December. We had zero finances for the airfare, but that's another story for another day. And it just shows how God has continuously come through for me, even when I didn't expect it, even when I was like, I'm at the end of the rope, I can't do it, there's no way out of this. Like, he has always come through for me, and he came through for me even then. So even now, whatever I'm going through, I just know that he has me. And for whoever is watching this, like, he has you. God is never late. Don't think, I was thinking everybody else is getting jobs, everybody else is getting married, everybody else is advancing in their career. I am in the same school, earning the same mediocre salary. I'm probably not going anywhere. But I went from that to being in the US right now. I just feel it's all God. And so don't give up. Tune in to Paired for Purpose. Watch our videos, like, comment, subscribe, follow us on our TikTok, social media, Instagram, which will be listed on the description down below. And see you in the next video. Bye bye.